So what is the secret to quitting smoking? If there is one thing holding you back, one thing that pulls you back from smoking time and time again, it is this. If you are looking for that magic ingredient to help you quit, this would be it. There is no greater obstacle that has been in your way than this one. And the reason you haven't seen it before is because it's been with you since day one. You carry this with you at all times, so that it's literally become a part of you. But now we're going to shine a light on it. And when truth shines upon darkness, darkness always fades. Once you see this obstacle for what it really is, you will never go back to the way things were. Hi, it's Dominic Weber again with Quit Smoking 24/7. So what is this one thing? What is this magic ingredient that'll help you quit smoking? Well, I'm about to tell you, but before I do, I want you to just step back and observe your initial reaction. Do you agree with me? Are you vehemently opposed? Or are you like, doesn't really matter? Because that's a big deal. This is one of the most important things that we go over and over again in our program, because this is the thing that will always set you up for failure. Once you see it and you see how it constantly sets you up for failure, you then understand. But a lot of the time, somebody gets in the way, somebody called your ego, and they say, oh, it's not important. You don't have to worry about that. You know that. And you step right back into those old patterns. Look, you're here right now because you haven't been able to make it happen. This is one of the reasons. So let's get into it. Let's start with a quote by Steve Pavlina. Our beliefs act as lenses. These lenses can help us see things we can't otherwise see, but they can also block us from seeing parts of reality. So it's this one word. This is the one thing that has been holding you back. It is belief. The reason this is holding you back is because most of your beliefs simply aren't true. There's a big difference between what you believe and what the truth actually is. For example, a long time ago, we used to think the world is flat. Everyone believed it, but it's not true. Then in the Renaissance era, we had this whole idea of leech bleeding could cure everything. People believed that if you put leeches on them, all of a sudden you'd get better. More recently, in the brain that changes itself, we have neurolocalization, this concept that there's an area of your brain attached to your arm, and if you damage that area, your arm will no longer work. Turns out, it's just totally not true. It's these false beliefs about smoking that are causing you to not be able to move forward. Look at these false beliefs and tell me if you think you see any of those in yourself. I guarantee almost every smoker sees at least one or two of them. My favorite, of course, are I can quit any time and I enjoy smoking. But these beliefs are simply false. They just aren't true. So the first thing you need to do is restate them in truth. What actions do you need to take to create new habits and take you away from smoking instead of I can't quit smoking? Instead of smoking gives me energy, the truth is that food and oxygen create energy. So how do you create sustained energy without nicotine? Many people think smoking relaxes me. Well, nicotine is a stimulant. How does a stimulant relax you? So the real question is, what are some other ways that you can actually learn to relax? Smoking calms me down. What are some other methods you can use to de-stress? A big one here is a lot of people think smoking keeps the weight off. Well, what would you need to do to lose weight and keep it off? A lot of people say, I don't have time to quit smoking right now. I hear that so often. Really? You don't? Well, if you're not smoking, you actually have a lot more time to do stuff while you're not smoking. And then, like I said, the big one, I can quit any time. Really? You could quit any time? Okay, do it right now. Stop smoking right now. And if you give me a but or, well, I don't want to, well, why don't you want to? Because the truth is you do want to quit smoking, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So it's just not true that you can quit any time. And finally, I enjoy smoking. A lot of smokers tell me this. Do you really enjoy the coughing, the getting winded walking upstairs, smelling badly, huddling outside in the cold, everyone telling you all the time that this is a bad habit that you have? Of course you don't enjoy any of these things. So what you have to do is you have to take your false beliefs, recognize their false beliefs, and now we're going to flip them on their head. These same false beliefs become your new affirmations. Now, a lot of people have problems with affirmations, and that's fine. That's their problem. You have to think of affirmations just like we use the 15 seconds. The whole idea behind an affirmation is that it gives you 15 seconds of uninterrupted thought on that particular subject. So instead of I can't quit smoking, we change the affirmation to I can quit smoking. And you say this out loud. I can quit smoking. I can quit smoking. I can quit smoking. You just keep saying it. And while you're saying it, you're thinking, what actions do I need to take? What new habits do I need to create? What are some other things I can do that will lead me away from smoking? What are some new things I can pick up? And the list goes on and on. Instead of saying smoking gives me energy, you can say I'm finding new ways to gain energy. We already know that food and oxygen create energy, not nicotine. So what else do we need to do? And any one of the beliefs that you had before can easily turn into a new affirmation. And it's important. These have to be said out loud. When you say them out loud, your brain hears your own words, and it's yet another way that you're learning to program your brain. So by the way, in the next video, all of these things, how do I, create more energy? How do I learn to relax? How do I get better about stress management, control your weight, create more time to quit? In the next video, I'm going to share with you a habit that's actually like a miracle cure. It is going to do all of these things. You're going to learn how to relax. You're going to learn how to control stress. You're going to learn how to lose weight while you're quitting to smoking. You're going to have you're going to have the time to do it, and you're going to feel great all the time when using this particular technique, this new habit that we're going to create. So stay tuned to the next video for that. Remember, the key here is to focus on solutions and not problems. We've talked about this before. Everything we've done is we're creating new habits. We're not simply getting rid of the old. So it's important to state your affirmations in the positive. And lastly, I want to conclude by one little thing on people always say affirmations don't work. Oh, there's these studies that show that affirmations make you worse. Well, yes, that's true if they're not used correctly. So remember, in CBT, we have thoughts that make emotions happen that create your behavior. Well, a real affirmation, something that you know is true, like I can quit smoking, because you really can, is going to create an authentic emotion inside of you. It's going to release norepinephrine and other endorphins in your brain that are going to cause you to feel good about yourself. This is what the real affirmation is supposed to do. And ultimately, that's going to result in your craving control. You're going to be able to use your prefrontal cortex more, and you're actually going to be able to step away from cigarettes and have more control over your cravings than you ever thought before. Remember, affirmations are all about training your brain. It's all about activating this prefrontal cortex. Until next video, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.